I grew up as an altar boy.
You were going to be a priest.
I went to the seminary for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and I was like, no, thank you. This was great and all, but no, thank you.
What part of it really pushed you away?
How many times you got to go to church? I'm like, what is going on? And I curse. I'm sorry, like God, but like free speech. But yeah, I was a kid at the time, and I think what I was really doing at the time is I had heard my grandfather. He went to the seminary, and he was going to be a priest. He obviously wasn't, and ended up having 8 children. But I wanted to make him happy and proud. And I tried it. It didn't work, so went back, and I said, I'm okay with being an altar boy, or being in the youth group and part of the Catholic Church. And then I ended up falling out where almost over a decade where I was just like, I don't believe in any of this, religion itself is dirty, and, seeing the other parts of religion that are not tied to the actual faith, it really, set a bad taste in my mouth, and luckily, events have happened since then that reignited my faith. One being a friend of mine was lost actually on this day, Stephen tWitch boss, and one of the first times I went back to church was a celebration of life for him. So he got me back in. Yeah. Oh, man.
I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, but there's a bigger... To reconnect with your faith in a way that is, I don't know, gives you new perspective, a new meaning.
Yeah. 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 And to do it in such his spirit...
Special person.
Incredible person. I mean, people have, since his passing, have just grown exponentially. And that just showcases, like, what he offered. I mean, even in his passing, his energy still emanates.
You feel it, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, yesterday and today, talked to him and just said, okay, let's be vulnerable. Let's dance, Let's do something in your spirit. And that strengthened my connection with God.
Grief is so hard and loss is so hard.
Mm-hmm.
But to take little things as wins I don't know, it goes a long way. But also, like, he's never going anywhere. He's still present and around.
No. There's so many people that, like I said, hold on to his energy and who he has been from day one when you met him to his passing was just a wholehearted, like, very wholesome individual. And you always just wanted to be better around him or try something new around him. And I think that resonates with a lot of the people that he contacted and are kind of forming the world right now. It's just, I hope there's more and more of that, and we kind of live in that space a little bit more.
It is beautiful that, like, he lives through everybody's actions and what they do and the path that they pave. He's a part of it.
Yeah. Incredible individual.
Yeah, 1 in a trillion.
Yeah.
Made a lot of lives better.
Did you guys meet on the set of Step Up?
We did. He was... I didn't know who he was, to be honest, because I'm new to the acting. I'm new to the dancing. I think I'd seen him once or twice on like a Wade Robinson show, but I'm so like out of my element by the time I get hired for Step Up. I'm just looking around, being like, who do I learn from? Who do I talk to? And he was one of the individuals. Is like, Goose, anytime you want to, freestyle, work on your element, like, let's do it. So I'd call him up. I'd call him, Philip Shabib, Tony Bellissimo, Marvelous. They're like good 4 or 5 of us, Brandon Mitchell. And we'd go to each other's hotels and we'd freestyle for a good 3 hours or 2 hours or so. And that's after 8 or 9 hours. So that's the kind of individual he was. He was just kind of like, yeah, I did a bunch of work, but this guy needs my help and I get to dance. Let's do it. That connection was just strong as can be from that moment forward. Yeah.
What an intimacy you share with somebody when you're dancing in that way. And like also like there's no plan, it's just flow. It's like reading each other. Like that's a really different relationship.
Choreo is one thing because you can work on that nonstop. That freestyle thing is crazy, and especially if you're freestyling amongst the best dancers in the world. And we're talking about Steven tWitch Boss. This is not just like any other dancer off the street. So I'm watching him pop and lock, and I'm like, I don't even know how your body does that, dude. Please showcase that. Like, show me how I can get an ounce of that. And to his credit, you know, he would break things down. And it was like, it starts from the legs, Ryan. You kind of like do this and that and this. And he would slowly but surely work on it with me. But I don't know if there's another thing outside of singing that is more vulnerable to do.
And by the way, there's one thing to be great at something, but to be outstandingly extraordinary is to be able to break down why you're great at something and pass that knowledge on.
Yeah, the ability to teach. Simplicity, too. The simplicity in your teaching is something that can not only just attach itself to an older individual, but a younger individual. And there's a genius in that, I believe. So that's where his genius was. It was just like this essence that just allowed us to feel the ability to drop our guard and trust him.
I have real goosebumps.
Yeah.
Thank you just for sharing who he was with us. I really appreciate that.
Of course. Yeah. What a better day than his day.
He deserves to be talked about constantly.
Yeah.
Because he's around.
Yeah.
Oof. You got to watch 911 when you got time. It's on Hulu. You can catch every episode.
Yes, you can.
It's a great show. I'm kind of addicted to it. No, it's really good. I've been watching since the very beginning. I love shows where the worst possible thing can happen every episode.
We're here for you then. Every Thursday night, we're here for you, brother.
Literally.
We're made for you.
No, I love it. I just love to see the response. I love it's so good. And it feels, as true as it could be.
Yeah.
To how one would respond from an EMS perspective.
It is wild to think that out of all of LA, there's only one fire station that shows up, and it's 118. But we make it work. You don't question that ever when you're seeing the episode. You're just thinking, all right, here they go again, and here's the all-star squad.
Yeah, or I'm thinking LA's crazy. This is just going on in this part of town.
Yeah.
What kind of NATO's happening in Santa Monica, dude?
Honestly, bring us everywhere. We pitch so many ideas as far as bring the 118 to England or bring the 118 to Jamaica. And
you guys just want to travel.
We just want to travel first. It's been 8 seasons. But it would be nice. It would be nice. I know there's disaster everywhere. Let's cure the world with 118.
Well, you guys have done some crazy, the cruise ship thing was a crazy set.
Oh, yeah.
There's been some extraordinary television created.
Yes, and that was actually, I believe, the biggest gimbal ever made in our industry.